friends to another full steam ahead kitchen science project. Now last week we had talked about how we're going to make something special for Thanksgiving week. What we're going to be making today is our very own homemade butter. Now, long time ago, before people just go to the store and buy butter like we do today, people had to make their very own butter. Now, the key to doing that was to use a milk or a cream that was really high in fat. That's what makes butter kind of taste better, of course. But they used to have to make it their own by hand in order to have butter to cook with or to, put on bread or anything else that they might be eating. Now, for Thanksgiving, many of us might be using butter in what we're going to be eating. Maybe if we're having rolls or putting it on mashed potatoes. So here's a fun little trick that you can show off to your family about making your own butter. And maybe if you do make it, you can serve it and have them try it. Now, I'll give you a little hint. I tried making this myself yesterday. So when I did, I used it and when I cooked potatoes last night for supper. It tasted exactly like butter I get at the store. So guys, it really does work. So here's a real science experiment that you can try and use in your home. All right, so what we're gonna need in order to make our own butter is something with a high fat content like this heavy whipping cream. Now half and half won't work, whole milk actually doesn't work either. And just regular cream may not be quite as fattening as our heavy whipping cream. So you can try different kind of fat content milk products. See if you have success with them. I found what works best for me is this. Now, the other thing we have to keep in mind, and it kind of goes a little bit, but what we've learned already and maybe what our adults have told us, don't leave your dairy products sitting out for too long. But in the case of making butter, it's actually a lot better for us if we get this out for maybe about an hour or two before we use it. I know, that sounds gross, but trust me, it actually works. So if we get it, I wouldn't say room temperature or warm, but if we do get it where it's not freezing cold right out of the refrigerator, it's gonna make the butter a little bit easier. So what we'll do, we'll open this up and we need a glass that has a tight lid on it. Now what I use here is just an old jar from some food and kind of cleaned it out when I was all done with it. So just like a lot of other things we've talked about, upcycling our kitchen products is always a great idea. We can use them for other things later on, especially when they're made out of glass or plastic like this. So what we're going to try is to pour our cream in. We don't need a whole lot, maybe just a little under half of our jar's worth, just like this. So that way we're going to have a lot of room to work with in our jar. If we pour too much up here, we're not going to be able to shake our jar and create the reaction that we will when we're trying to turn our cream into butter. So trust me on that. Just like with science, you can try out different things, but if you're really wanting to create the butter your first go around, I would say just under half, okay? Make sure your jar is very, very tight up at the top. You don't want to start shaking this and then have your cream go all over every place. So that's usually not fun. So make sure that's tightened. We're gonna go ahead and we'll put our lid right back on our cream like this. Okay, now this is the fun part. We get to shake this. So you could even maybe sing a song as you shake, like shake, 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 anything you want. Maybe ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, anything. Just make sure that you keep shaking it at a pretty steady pace like this. You can shake it with one hand, you can shake it like this, really just however you want to do it. The trick is to keep it in motion the whole time. So you can kind of turn it upside down, back and forth, whatever works for you. Okay, since we're almost at that halfway mark, it's been about 4 minutes of 8 minutes of shaking. We're gonna check it. Look at that. Look how thick that's become. Is that starting to look like butter to you? Kind of is to me. Look at that. Now, we're gonna just kind of turn around with the spoon there, and let me show you. See, it's starting to thicken up. So once again, we are seeing chemistry in action. So what's actually going on here as we're shaking? Well, there's a high fat content in the cream, like we talked about. And the fat molecules have membranes around them. And when we shake them like this, what we're actually doing is bursting those membranes and allowing the solids to come together to form a glob of butter. Now, what's left behind is a liquid. And that liquid is going to be what's buttermilk. Have you guys heard of buttermilk? Buttermilk biscuits, maybe? Buttermilk pancakes? Buttermilk is very tasty and shows up in a lot of different things that we can make and cook. So, as we're doing this, there's nothing left behind that we can't use to cook something else. So what we're doing is we're breaking this apart with the cream surrounded by the membranes. And the fat in the cream surrounded by the membranes is being burst open. And then that's what is created when we have our butter and our buttermilk. So keep shaking. All right, guys, about 6 minutes in, look how this is already starting to kind of a little bit look like whipped butter, right? So maybe not stick butter, but that's definitely looking a little bit more like something you would put on a biscuit or your potatoes or pancakes or something else. So as you can see, we have just a little bit more to go. So let's try shaking for another couple of minutes and we'll see what happens. All right, does anybody feel like they're getting a good workout here making their butter? I think we're working on our hand-eye coordination, don't you? Yeah. So this is a great way to burn calories before we eat all that butter, right? Ha! Okay, and as you can see, guys, as we continue to shake, that's looking more and more like solid butter and less like the cream we started out with. Okay, guys, it's been about 8 minutes of shaking. Whew, are you tired yet? I am. Okay, and as you can see, when we look inside of our jar now, we have a solid and we also have a liquid. And that liquid looks a little bit different than it did just a couple of minutes ago when we checked it last. So what I'm going to do is separate this out into two things. One will be the butter, the other is going to be our buttermilk. So I just took a thing called a colander or a strainer and then put a bowl underneath to catch that liquid. Okay, and see what we have left behind looks exactly like butter, doesn't it? Good job, guys, you did it.